Hello and welcome to Lord Fenton Gaming plays Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm your expert assassin Lord Fenton. In today's video we're going to resume chapter 7 and get into Sparta. That is right, we're going to start our Sparta quest line for this chapter. The main reason is it unlocks a set of quests that leads to side quest trophy slash achievement slash Uplay achievement. So that's the good news on that. So far we are in Sparta's land. We have to escort Mother home. So up ahead will be a cutscene. I'm going to let that happen. And here we go on that.
Kassandra! Lamb, you made it. I trust the seas were favorable?
Poseidon might be the only one not trying to kill me.
And did you go to Thera? Did you find him?
I did.
What did he tell you?
He told me where I'm from. And where I must go.
So now you know the truth.
I'm not his daughter. I'm just a weapon.
That is the furthest thing from the truth. You were brought into this world with love. I never imagined we'd stand on Spartan soil together again.
As much as I cursed this place for what it did to us, it feels more like home than Kefalonia ever did.
Sparta is our home. But we'll have to rid ourselves of the puppet king if we are ever to find peace.
Whatever happened to our old house?
Nikolaos stayed after I left, but now that he's gone, I don't know.
Why don't we go find out?
Of course. But first, there's something I want to show you.
I am back from that cutscene and we have to follow Marine home. So this way we'll figure out what happened to our home that we lived in that we saw earlier in the game. So we're going to go horseback riding, and I'm going to skip the action a bit ahead on the escort, and here we go on that. Alright, I'm back from fast forwarding the footage. Now Marine's going to show us where we need to go. For now we'll go a little bit of sightseeing. That's what this quest is all about. Before we get to the meats and bones of these Spartan quests. Up ahead will be a cutscene. I'm going to let that go on, and here we go on that.
This is where I first trained you to use your spear.
Hesitation only hastens the grave.
You remembered.
How do you think I got this far?
We had to pry that spear from your hand while you slept. You said you needed it to fight the monsters in your dreams.
I couldn't face Cerberus empty-handed. Those children will be ripped to shreds. We should help them.
Kassandra, wait! You mustn't interfere. This is Spartan training territory.
I hope you're right. For their sake.
The agoge is what turns boys into men. Interfering would only weaken them, weaken Sparta.
They're no good to Sparta if we leave them to die.
And they're no good to Sparta if they're too weak to kill a wolf. Come. Let's go home.
Now we're given a choice because of Spartan customs, which the kids are left to fend for themselves. If they survive, then they are on the way to become true Spartans. If not, they were never meant to be. So I made a choice of following our mother, just in case she's going to get ambushed, and I don't want that to be changed at all, being ambushed. So I picked protecting her over anything else, of course. So far we're getting close to Sparta, the main city, which is good. So this part of the quest is more of a escort quest into the city before we get to the meats and bones of it, like I said before. So far we're getting to the pillars, which look very nice to me. In ancient Greece, of course, that looks really nice. So now we're getting the official tour of Sparta from our mother. For those of you at home who don't remember it well, you're getting a nice tour of it. I went through the city before, but not in official story sense. Instead, I just quickly went through it at the time. Now, this is like official to me since it's a chapter in the story. So far, so good. Looks beautiful. It's not like Athens was all like a city all clumped up. Buildings are nicely spread apart and such. Nice red colors, Spartan colors, which makes it really nice. I think at the time the video, Marine started to get a little bit buggy and such, as you see before you look at that. Yeah, she got a little bit buggy and it looked like she's about to go into combat. Where's the big whoops? So far we're getting close to our childhood home for either Kassandra, which I'm playing as, or Alexios, depends who you're playing as. Which is a good thing, so we'll see how much has that changed ever since from the childhood cutscene. Up ahead will be a cutscene. It'll give us our next objective in the story. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the cutscene go on, and here we go.
This was the first and last place I ever felt safe.
As soon as you were old enough to hold a spear, you trained in this yard from morning till night.
Nikolaos was a tough teacher to please.
He hid his pride from you. But every night he would tell me, she's going to bring glory to Sparta.
As much as I hate him for what he did, I wouldn't be who I am today without his training.
My heart broke that day. But for the first time in ages, standing here with you, I truly believe it can mend again.
Me too.
Do you remember the first time you held your brother?
I was scared I'd break him. I piled every blanket and pillow we had around me.
Even then, you held him so tight, I thought you would squeeze the life out of him.
He turned out stronger than we thought.
The gods must be playing tricks on my eyes.
Good to see you, Brasidas. It's been a long time since I rescued you from the warehouse fire in Corinth.
That's not how I remember it.
You look well, Brasidas.
The rumors were true. You're alive!
Many we thought to be dead are still breathing.
When I heard the two of you came home,
We're in Sparta, but we're not home yet.
We want our house back, Brasidas.
Sparta claimed your estate after Nikolaos' disappearance. They're waiting for his adopted son to claim it, but he hasn't returned from the war.
Stentor? I knew I should have killed him on the beach. What do we have to do to get it back?
You'll need to negotiate your Spartan citizenship with the kings. It won't be easy.
Why not?
As happy as I am to see you, the kings won't be. Especially Archidamos. Your exit from Sparta wasn't exactly graceful.
He can't still be mad I broke his nose.
You what?
In any case, he hasn't forgotten. But I have an idea that might help him forgive.
Tell us.
Spartan soldiers have been giving weapons to the Ilotes. Whoever takes care of these traitors will earn his thanks.
Why on earth would Spartan soldiers be helping Ilotes?
Ilotes greatly outnumber Spartan citizens, but they're leaderless, mostly farmhands, servants, and apprentices. If someone unified them, armed them, and trained them, they'd be a real threat to Sparta.
But you said it was Spartans who were arming them.
All the more reason to deal with this quickly. You find out why the Ilotes are being armed, and you'll have the king's attention.
Where will I find these Spartans?
They were last spotted in the Gorani marble quarry, in the forest of Eurotas.
So, I find the soldiers. Then what?
Spartans are loyal to their commander. Take him out, and the rest should disperse.
And the weapons?
Destroy them. The Ilotes have caused enough trouble with shovels and sickles. The last thing Sparta needs right now is them carrying swords.
So, to get our house back, I must take out the Spartan commander responsible for inciting a useless rebellion. Sounds easy enough.
Find me in the throne room when it's done.
And where will you be?
This is where I raised you. It's also where Leonidas raised me. I'm going to visit his tomb just beyond the estate. You should pay your respects too before you get started.
I'll try.
Ah, crud. Looked like we lost our home sweet home, unfortunately, at the time of this video, which is pretty bad. Still, we got Odyssey now to get our ancestral home back. So I'm going to skip ahead to one of the quests to prove our loyalty. Now, this area we're going to do is we're going to clear out. Now, if you haven't done the Death Bell trophy / achievement / Uplay achievement without a trace from the first DLC, well, this is another great spot to do it in, since most of the enemies are there, which is pretty awesome in my mind. Now, up ahead will be some action. I'm going to let that go on, and here we go on that.
Found them. This is the marble quarry Brasidas mentioned. Better stay hidden. The weapons have to be here somewhere. There's only one Spartan here that I need to kill. It'll be easier if I don't alert the others. I need to take down their commander.
Is anyone there? I'm trapped!
You're not supposed to be there!
Thank you for my freedom!
Freedom! This will not be forgotten, friend! Let's go!
to go.
Malaka, help me!
That's two. Time to find the others. Weapon racks destroyed. Won't take much longer. One more to go.
Now with the final weapon rack destroyed, we get to advance in the next part, or prove our worth and get our home back. So all I'm going to do is I'm skip ahead in the video to the next quest, and here we go on that. Now we are on our next part of the quest called Bully the Bullies. We have to talk to our mother on that, which is the good news, of course. Now the great news is we get to mess with more people and mess them up, which is so far great in Sparta. So I'm fitting right in right now with my Minotaur axe, of course, and my Hades bow and arrow set up. Either way, I'm fitting in very nicely. So far so good. I love Chapter 7 overall. Like I said before, I think Chapter 7 is one of my favorite chapters in the game. It starts to heat up very nicely, and it gives you a lot of opportunities to do some major side quests, and you can even get some major items on a few of them too, which is nice too. Now up ahead will be a cutscene, which is a very long one. I'll let that go on, and here we go.
Leonidas. He was Sparta's last true hero. We'd all be under the yoke of the Persian Empire if it wasn't for his courage. The same blood courses through your veins. So, our blood is the blood of kings. You are so much more than a mercenary. You carry the blood of heroes, blood of power. Remember what I told you?
That people would try to take that power for themselves.
And then you promised.
I wouldn't let them.
Hold out your spear.
All of this talk of the Pythia, I do not care what she says.
Enough! We have grown tired of your insolent tongue. Sparta will not go to war. The Pythia has spoken.
Pythia says what you tell her to say. She has been your puppet for far too long. The time has come to cut her strings.
Oh, Leonidas. The days of heroes are over. You think your blood makes you special? If we opened your veins, it would spill to the ground and disappear through the cracks. You are no one.
You are more than welcome to find out.
Your fate is sealed, son of the lion. Xerxes will unite us. He will bring order to chaos.
Defy the Pythia and everyone you love. Everything you stand for will perish.
Gather the men.
My king?
Xerxes wants Sparta. She'll have to go through me.
Incredible! Now, do you understand?
What must I do?
It's time we embrace our destiny. Both of us. If we don't stop the cult before it's too late, then all Leonidas fought and died for was for nothing. Our bloodline has risen to those who would enslave us.
It's time we rise again.
Well, well, well. Mother and daughter united in Sparta at last. And look at you. Goddesses among mortals.
King Pausanias, we're honored. I was sorry to hear about your father.
Yes. Our fathers would have been proud to see us here today.
You remember Kassandra, my king?
Who could forget? The girl who died to save her brother. Such a tragedy. An innocent child put to death because of an ancient, merciless law.
Two innocent children were put to their deaths that day.
Kassandra, enough. Apologies, my king. She's been away from Sparta for a long time.
You both have. This one has fire like her mother. In any case, Sparta was weakened by losing you. Losing you both.
We're examples of why these laws must change.
Oh, I agree. But King Archidamos, if he could carve Spartan law across the chests of every citizen, he would.
I've spent my whole life looking over my shoulder. If Sparta is to be my home again, I'd rather it be a peaceful one.
Peace at what cost? When Spartans aren't killing, they're training to kill. And when they're not killing Athenians, they're declaring war on their own people. But we're not here to talk about the dead, are we?
We know Sparta reclaimed our house after what happened to my father in Megaris. We want it back.
Mind your tongue, child. You may not live in Sparta anymore, but I'm still your king.
We graciously request an audience with you and King Archidamos to discuss reinstating our citizenship and reclaiming our home.
Of course. There's nothing I'd want more. Archidamos, however, still hasn't forgiven you for the whole nose incident.
What can we do to sway him?
There's rumor of a Hilot rebellion, and the Kryptia are stoking the flames. Savagely killing Hilots, stealing livestock, and leaving corpses to rot in the streets.
The Kryptia represents Sparta's ultimate achievement in military training. Their discipline and fearlessness make Sparta's army the most feared in the world.
Once. But the Kryptia have become corrupt and bloodthirsty. And training boys to kill unarmed peasants is nothing to be proud of. Do you want your home back or not? Good. So the Ilots will no longer support the senseless slaughtering of their people.
And where would I start looking for these Kryptia?
One can be found in the fort on Zarak's Point. Another was assigned to guard the Spartan leader's house. The third is more elusive. He was last seen in one of the villages west of Hilot Hills. He's definitely the loudest of the three.
My mother spoke of these cryptia. What can you tell me about them?
They are the hidden ones. Hand-picked at an early age, starved and trained in isolation. They must steal and kill to survive. If they succeed at their training, they become the King's Guard.
But why have me kill them?
For years, the Cryptia kept the peace between the Ilots and Spartans. Troublemakers and threats among the Ilots were dealt with. But lately, these Cryptia have been killing men, women, and children without reason or mercy. Babies ripped from their mothers and fed to the wolves. The Cryptia have become a breeding ground for ruthless savages.
Is there anything I should know about King Archidamos?
Traditional, brutal, boring. Archidamos values the old ways over the welfare of his people. He sided with the elders that day on Mount Taygetos.
If killing Cryptia will get our home back, I'll do it.
Well, so far so good. We're advancing in the Bully to Bullies quest line, and we gotta kill this one rogue and its members, of course, which is a good thing. It's another one of those enemies of Sparta to find them and beat them down when you do find them. Kind of like the mythical creatures, where to find them and capture them and beat them down. Well, not exactly, but let's skip ahead on the first encampment. Well, I did while I was on the map was I marked the location of the first possible one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip ahead by fast forwarding it, and when I get back I'll explain more. Here we go. I am back, so now we're going to pinpoint the location. There it is right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the action go on, then explain on what's next, and here we go.
Listen up! I'm only going to say this once. Still it stinks like a
I am going to say it, surprise mofos, you've just been beaten down. 140k thanks to my Swiss Army Firebrand knife build on the stealth portion, which is really good. So the next part of this quest is going to be a long and boring ride to a destination I'm going to try to get to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up the footage until we're nearby, and here we go on that. After fast forwarding the footage, we finally reached the second area to bully the bullies, or find the bullies and beat them down once you do find them. So up ahead will be some action, and let that happen. Here we go on that.
Stop right where you are!
I am back, and we got 2 of 3 now officially done and in the books. So the last part of the quest we're going to do is more north. So that's what we're going to do is that. So up ahead I'll skip ahead and get to the spot. So here we go on skipping ahead. So now we skipped ahead. The last part is we're going to clear this leader's house for one of the bullies to kill in order to officially complete the quest. So once I get nearby, I feel like the proper time to get nearby, I'm going to let the action go on, and here we go.
Someone get the fire out! He's not far!
Pay attention! See any movement?
I haven't spotted anyone.
We'll fight! This is the end for you!
With Bullies to Bullies complete, now we have a chance to open up the side quests. I'll explain that in the next video. Now, I did have to poison regular torch because I was doing this one weekly at the time of this video, which was fun, you saw. Well, that's it for all the time we have for today's video. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Please like, comment, and subscribe my channel. Laters everybody, and happy hunting.